Step into the world of numismatic wonders as we uncover the secrets of the legendary Eisenhower dollar. This heavy-hitting titan of American currency holds more than just face value within its massive copper, nickel, and silver-clad frames. From the halls of the Philadelphia Mint to the high-stakes auction blocks, we are diving deep into the specific anomalies and breathtaking strikes that transform a common pocket piece into a life-changing treasure. Get ready to discover why this iconic design remains the ultimate prize for those who know exactly where to look. The 1776-1976 Bicentennial Eisenhower silver dollar is a shimmering monument to American independence, a heavy disk of history that was never intended for your local grocery store or vending machine. While billions of copper-nickel versions were churned out for general use, the San Francisco Mint produced a limited run of 40% silver-clad specimens specifically for collectors who wanted a permanent piece of the nation's 200th birthday. These silver variants are distinct, carrying a density and a soft, satiny glow that sets them apart from the harsh, yellowish tone of common clad strikes. The design itself is iconic, featuring Dennis R. Williams' rendition of the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, a poetic bridge between the 18th century revolution and the 20th century space age. Because these were struck with greater care, the details in the crags of the lunar surface and the fine texture of the bell's yoke are often preserved in breathtaking clarity, making them a centerpiece for any serious collection of modern American treasures. The intrigue of the Bicentennial series lies in the subtle differences that elevate a common coin into a six-figure legend, specifically the existence of two distinct lettering styles known as Type 1 and Type 2. The Type 1 coins, mostly struck in 1975, feature bold, thick lettering on the reverse, while the Type 2 coins show more refined, thinner letters that reflect a refined aesthetic chosen for the peak of the celebration. However, the true white whale of this series is the 1976 No S proof Eisenhower dollar, a coin that was struck at the San Francisco Mint, but accidentally omitted the mint mark entirely. Only one such specimen is officially known to exist, originally found in a proof set and authenticated as a unique minting error that defies every protocol of the era. This coin exists as a ghostly reminder that even in a process as rigid as government minting, the impossible can happen, turning a simple commemorative into one of the rarest objects in the world. When you hold a silver bicentennial Ike, you are holding a metallurgical anomaly that required a precise blend of 80% silver and 20% copper on its outer layers to achieve its signature luster. Unlike the clad versions, which show a visible brown copper stripe on the edge, the silver-clad Eisenhower dollar is a solid, unbroken wall of white metal, a visual signal of its intrinsic value. The minting context was one of high national pride, but the sheer volume of production meant that dies were often used far past their prime, making a mint-state 68 specimen, one that is virtually perfect to the naked eye, an incredible rarity. Most of these silver coins were sold in blue envelopes or brown boxes directly from the mint, but many have since been cracked open, lost, or even spent by those who didn't recognize the difference in weight and composition, leaving a dwindling supply of pristine survivors for today's market. The value of these coins follows a dramatic storytelling ladder where a few microscopic details can mean the difference between pocket change and a life-changing windfall. Minor variations or silver specimens that have survived with only slight surface chatter can command between $2,500 and $7,500, often providing enough of a sudden windfall to handle an unexpected repair or a major tech upgrade. As we move into more notable examples with exceptional eye appeal and original mint bloom, the price can climb to $9,000, and for those rare coins that achieve a truly high-grade status from professional graders, $10,000 is a very real possibility. At this point, the coin is no longer just a piece of metal. It is a certified artifact of American industrial history, held in the highest regard by the numismatic community. For those lucky enough to stumble upon an unusual mint anomaly, such as a bicentennial silver dollar with a significant die clash or a transitional strike error, the value can surge to $25,000. This is the kind of money that can serve as a massive down payment on a home, fundamentally shifting a family's financial future based on a single discovery. Rare collector pieces that have been perfectly preserved in their original government packaging can fetch $12,000, while exceptionally preserved or uncommon coins featuring vibrant, iridescent tunning can reach $15,000. It is crucial to remember that these amounts are illustrative of top-tier market performance and are never guaranteed, but they underscore the intense competition among collectors who are willing to pay a premium for the absolute best of the best. The stakes reach a fever pitch when we discuss unusual finds with strong collector demand, such as the highest-graded Type II silver strikes, which have been known to realize $65,000 in major auction houses. At the absolute summit of the Bicentennial series, extraordinary or historically significant examples, like the legendary No S proof, can reach up to $80,000 or even significantly more if the right buyers are in the room. This is the definition of a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, a moment where a single coin becomes more valuable than a luxury car or a years-long savings plan. The market for these coins is driven by a mix of patriotic nostalgia and a hunger for perfection, making the 1776-1976 silver dollar one of the most volatile and exciting segments of the collector world. Responsible examination is the only way to navigate this high-stakes environment without falling victim to common-clad counterfeits or simple machine doubling. You must start with the weight. A genuine 40% silver Eisenhower dollar should weigh approximately 24.59 grams, a noticeable difference from the 22.68 grams of the copper-nickel version. Look closely at the metal color and the edge. If you see any hint of a reddish-brown stripe, you are looking at a common coin, but a solid silver edge is the first sign of a potential treasure. Scrutinize the strike alignment and look for doubling in the letters of Liberty and the date. True doubled dies will show clear separation between the letters, not just a shelf-like smudge. Professional authentication is your greatest ally, as a certified grade is the only way to prove your coin belongs in the elite category of high-value rarities. The most haunting thought for any collector is that these rare silver treasures are still out there, hidden in ordinary places like estate sales, old jars of change, or even at the back of a forgotten safe deposit box. People often assume that because a coin has the bicentennial date, it must be common, and that oversight is exactly how a fortune slips through the cracks and into the hands of someone who knows what to look for. You are part of a secret fraternity of hunters who see the value where others see only a heavy dollar, and the next discovery could be just one search away. But as we finish the story of the 1776-1976 silver dollar, an even more shocking mystery is beginning to emerge. A coin from a completely different decade that was recently found in a most unlikely location, carrying an error so severe it has the entire community holding its collective breath. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar without a mint mark is a phantom of the Philadelphia Mint, a massive copper-nickel giant that was never supposed to contain a single drop of silver. While the San Francisco Mint was busy striking special 40% silver editions marked with an S for collectors, the Philadelphia facility was strictly tasked with creating base metal currency for the general public. However, in the chaotic early days of the series, a few stray silver planchets, meant for the collector sets out west, somehow found their way into the high-pressure presses in Pennsylvania. The result is a metallurgical impossibility, a 1971 dollar that looks like common change but carries the weight and resonance of a precious metal error. This accidental marriage of a circulation strike die and a silver-clad blank created one of the most sought-after modern rarities in the history of the United States Mint, a coin that technically shouldn't exist. Holding one of these silver anomalies feels different from the moment it touches your palm, carrying a physical gravity that common-clad dollars simply cannot match. Because silver is denser than the copper-nickel alloy used for circulation, these rare errors weigh in at approximately 24.6 grams, a significant jump from the standard 22.7 grams of a normal 1971. The visual appearance is equally haunting, featuring a soft, satiny luster that lacks the harsh, yellowish tint often seen on copper-nickel coins. These errors often display a full strike because the silver-clad material was softer and more receptive to the die's immense pressure, resulting in sharper details in Eisenhower's hair and the rugged lunar landscape on the reverse. It is a masterpiece born of a mistake, a shimmering relic that survived the industrial bin and managed to slip out into the world unnoticed. The rarity of a 1971 Philadelphia dollar on a silver planchet is so extreme that most collectors will go their entire lives without seeing one in person. During the transition to the Eisenhower series, the mint was under immense pressure to produce millions of coins to replace the long-dormant dollar denomination, leading to lapses in quality control that allowed these planchets to migrate between facilities. Because they were released into the wild alongside millions of clad coins, many likely sat in bank vaults or were spent at face value, their true identity hidden by the sheer volume of their common brothers. Each survivor is a miracle of persistence, a rare collector piece that escaped the melting pot and the heavy wear of circulation. Finding one today requires more than just luck. It requires a deep understanding of the minting context and the ability to spot a silver ghost among a sea of base metal giants. Transitioning to the potential value of these coins reveals a storytelling ladder of success that can turn an ordinary coin hunt into a life-altering event. For those who discover minor variations or high-grade business strikes that show exceptional preservation, the market often sees outcomes ranging from $2,500 to $7,500, which is enough to secure a dependable used vehicle or clear a looming debt. More notable examples with cleaner fields and fewer contact marks can easily command $9,000, while high-grade coins that have been preserved in original mint sets can touch the $10,000 mark. At this level, the coin ceases to be mere currency and becomes a significant financial asset, a testament to the fact that even the most common-looking dates can hold thousands of dollars in hidden numismatic premium. The emotional connection to these finds deepens when you realize that an unusual mint anomaly, like a 1971p silver error, can reach a staggering $25,000 at auction. This is the kind of windfall that functions as a down payment on a home or a massive boost to a retirement fund, turning a single dollar into a cornerstone of a family's wealth. Rare collector pieces that exhibit unique characteristics or early die states are valued around $12,000, while exceptionally preserved or uncommon coins with vibrant tunning can pull in $15,000 from hungry bidders. These amounts are illustrative and never guaranteed, as the final price depends on the specific demand at the time of sale, but they represent a plausible reality for the lucky few who know exactly what they are looking for in their collections. When a 1971 dollar presents as an unusual find with strong collector demand, perhaps a silver error with a friendly eagle variety, the value can skyrocket to $65,000. At the absolute peak of the market, extraordinary or historically significant examples, such as the finest known certified silver-clad 1971p errors, have the potential to reach up to $80,000. This is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, a figure that rivals the price of a luxury sports car or a year's salary for many professionals. It is the ultimate dream of the cherry picker, the idea that a coin worth $80,000 could be sitting in a local coin shop's junk bin or a forgotten estate sale, just waiting for a trained eye to recognize its silver-clad secrets. To protect yourself and your investment, you must approach every 1971 dollar with the precision of a scientist, focusing on weight differences and metal color above all else. A standard clad coin will show a distinct copper stripe on the edge, looking like a metal sandwich, whereas a true silver error will have a solid, consistent silver-colored rim. You must also check the strike alignment and look for letter doubling, particularly on the obverse Liberty and the date, which can indicate a doubled die variety that adds even more value to the find. The shape of the rim is another clue. Silver planchets often reacted differently to the striking collar, producing a more rounded or lush edge than the sharp, flat rims of copper-nickel strikes. Professional authentication by a service like PCGS or NGC is the only way to officially confirm a silver discovery, providing the necessary certification to unlock those high-tier auction prices. The suspense of the hunt lies in the fact that these rare treasures are still hiding in everyday places, tucked away in jars of old big coins, or sitting in the back of safety deposit boxes. Every time you hold a 1971 dollar, you are potentially holding a mistake that the government never meant for you to find, a silver miracle that has spent decades masquerading as a simple piece of change. The thrill of the discovery is only part of the story, as each coin carries the weight of a history that was almost lost to time. As you start weighing your collection and checking those edges, keep your senses sharp, because this isn't the only ghost hiding in the Eisenhower series. There is another shocking coin from this era that carries a secret so bizarre it changed the way we look at modern minting forever, and you won't believe where it was recently found.